Hi, everyone. It's Gabriel Acevedo back at it again with another
I'm sorry,
interview.
bro.
As I was saying, it's back again with another interview. And today I'm interviewing
Michael Kelly,
creator of what channel?
Kelly Productions.
And we're here discussing content creators on YouTube and how they develop and just produce stuff. So let's just get a feel for you. Like, give us some general info about you, like what you do, like name.
Well, as you know, my name is Michael Kelly. I am the founder of Kelly Productions, and many subscribers as, let's say, like some certain people who don't deserve them, Jake Paul. And let's
Let's
see.
try to keep it tea free, no tea. We don't need to
Okay,
spill any tea.
okay, no tea spilling.
Hmm.
So so either way though, I am I dabble in both comedy and like serious series, like for example Van Helsing with Gabe Acevedo.
He sounds amazing. I need to interview him next.
Yes, you do. Yes, you. All you need to do is put a mirror in front of you, and you're good to go.
I don't think after that last episode I want to have a mirror in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
You're right. Wherever.
And besides that, what else do you do
So,
besides like Kelly Productions? Like, how is like your life so far in the real world?
well, let's see. I am currently working a government job for the Department of Buildings here on SI. I work in the buildings record room. I literally just got back like 30 minutes ago, so let's just say for it's probably Corona time at some point for me. But now I think I'm good if I keep it safe.
That's all it's about. That's all it's about.
Also getting like through, yeah, yeah. I've been getting through what you call through college too. I've been focusing on essays, schoolwork, sitting in on some classes, and I've also been working on my next project. Part of it is right behind me, the Midnight Warden superhero movie.
That's nice. That's good. That's good. So you're in college, huh? Are you majoring in something related to
I
your?
am, yes, I am majoring in film.
That's good. That's good. Any like aspiring like film ideas or like something you want to do after college?
Midnight Warden, like I just, oh, yeah, well, like I said, besides Midnight Warden, which I honestly hope to one day maybe take to the outside world, or maybe even Van Helsing, which I hope like we could get as an actual TV show if somebody decides to take it on their like cable studio or whatever people use nowadays. But actually, I do have like a musical movie.
Well, that's good. Well, the key about it is that you got to make sure to network, you branch out. You just got
Yeah,
to like see what's the best to do. I know in colleges they have like some ways to get internships. Like just make sure to branch out. That's all I really have to say because I know it's like one of the best things and one of the great ways to advertise college. Just smack that on and you have a bunch of kids wanting to go. Of course, it's mostly
yeah,
for like other things, but I still think film is just as profitable in this day of age.
yeah. No, I completely agree with you. Like let's be honest, even if it's just film acting or just stage acting, this kind of industry is hard. But like, if you're sometimes it's the little things like the person who's either behind the camera or like at the stage door who actually help keep this thing running. Like the actors can't function without the people running things behind on set.
Well, yeah, I know my theater teacher always stresses that same stuff like you can't just be the puppet or puppeteer. You need to be the puppet master, know everything that's going on. You got to be aware of stuff. And I personally agree. Like, I feel like there's a lot more to people than just like one skill set because the more skill sets you have, the better.
Yeah, like I said, like obviously I've been acting like for a very long time since before high school. So like the fact that actually picking up a camera and doing something provided the experience that I was hoping to find, like it shows that people can have that kind of talent and that experience. You just got to really like look inside you and test it out before you come.
You cut out a bit. What were you saying? Just slow
I
down.
was, yeah, yeah. I think it might be my network. I'm sorry. Like you keep lagging like every couple minutes too. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. As
But
long as we can like hear what you're saying, that's all that matters. Me, I'm just the man who's just asking the questions, all that. It's your show, really.
nah, nah, this is your show, man. But like, either either way, what I was saying was like you just got to keep looking, looking,
Hmm.
doing what you think is right for you, and then eventually you'll find what it is you want to do.
Of course, that's perfectly fine. So, speaking of that, like, what aspects in your life help give you the energy to start this account? What gave you the energy? What made you think, I want to start making YouTube videos for the people and specifically about these topics? Like, you have a lot, like comedy sketches,
Yeah.
story sketches. I think those are really interesting to have diverse, like diversity and all that. What inspired you to do that?
Well, let's see.
Oh, I'll just be back.
Like keep saying, I've been well, like I keep mentioning, you and I, like we've been doing theater for a long time. I've been doing it since high school, but that kind of experience comes from a little middle school boy who would watch YouTube videos and be like, one day I'm going to be a film actor, and I wanted to pick up a camera and start doing YouTube videos, but like the experience of a middle schooler. And even at that age, like I thought realistic and knew that like if I had started Van Helsing or anything else like that, then it probably wouldn't have gotten as much attention as it does like now. Like it still doesn't have too much attention because obviously it's still new. We're still like rising in a budget. We got to fix the costuming and so many other more examples. But like first one's almost at like 800 views, so like it shows that we're getting there,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the next million
doing something.
subscriber
And then
special. It just has to be something you work on. Like, we can make something that's like not really what we want to do and it can get 1 million and just feel empty about it. If I
yeah,
get like
exactly.
100 or 200 views on this, I would feel content because people watch me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I have to tell the viewers at home. That it doesn't matter how many views you got at first. You're not going to start off at the top of the tower, if you know what I mean. You got to start the lower floor stairs until you make it to the top, and even then you may not even make it to the top, but as long as you're getting somewhere that satisfies you, somewhere where you have enough influence to be able to share with people to entertain them, then you're good. You're good.
Yep, that's perfectly valid. That's perfectly fair. How would you say the balance between work, school, this YouTube channel, all that seem like? Is it like perfectly scale or is it like a little like one lopsided, all that? Do you think it's a good balance or do you think you need to work on
I
it?
would say I would say it's a good balance. Like work, since I'm a college aide, I only get to work a certain number of hours, so I have to determine my schedule for that. So I'm able to work around, be like, hey, okay, I'll work this day, and then like go to school right after, and then in between I'll get some work done, and then when I'm done, I'll rent out a camera from be able to film on my own. Speaking of which, I got this like filming permit at CSI. So now once this quarantine blows over, I can go into CSI whenever and just pick up a new camera. So going, we're
Oh,
so yeah. So we got a new camera basically.
that's excellent. Yeah, it's impressive that you got a film permit at CSI. Was it hard? Like, was it like a big thing or like was it like
Um, Not really that big. It was just they give you the camera and they're like, okay, just walk us through the basics of it. And I'm like, okay, here's how to set it up. Here's how to start recording. Here's how to like fix the lighting and all that. And then you're done. And then they just give it to you. Like it's just remembering the proper like wording can be difficult, but as far as you
Mhm.
what function goes where and how it all works out, then you're good.
Yeah, that seems perfectly fair. And besides, CSI is one of the most beautiful campuses in New York. Like compared to
Agreed.
many of the urban ones we have in New York City, it's like a fresh breath of air. So I think viewers in New York City will see that and they're like, huh, this is different from what we would see. Like they're seeing this and like, yeah, like it's perfectly new, it's unique. Not a lot of people know about CSI, especially when it's Staten Island itself. And I feel like that's a great way to get it out more.
It's funny that me and my mother actually were talking a little bit earlier about um, CSI being, well, not CSI, the Staten Island itself being more or less the forgotten borough, because we have so much that comes from Staten Island that has actually influenced like most of the country that barely anybody remembers. Everybody knows Ralph Zeiss it is like all over the country. No, nobody remembers it's from here.
Yeah,
And
I
think
can
about it.
attest.
Yeah, exactly. And we have like many actors, like my family friend Alex Maniello. Like he comes from here on Staten Island, and still like we're not credited for anything. Like I could keep going on. We have so many other examples of things that can be credited to Staten Island. However, we're always the forgotten borough. But but it's just Staten Islander pride that keeps us going. We shouldn't care about the credit because we know what we did right.
Yeah, and when we did wrong, woo, the other boroughs will not let us live it down. Anyway,
First when we know what we did wrong.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well, back to your channel. Your channel has had so much. If you can narrow it down to like one thing that you would produce for like the rest of your channel and make that your trademark, like the one thing that you would carry it, which one would you choose and why?
Van Helsing right off the top, because that was all that for a very long time was my dream series. That that is the very start of the Slayerverse, which is, by the way, um our a plan basically for a Van.
Hmm.
We've already got a few plans for the spin-offs we've got coming from that. And not only that, that's the most viewed episode 1 is the most viewed video on the channel. Like I said, almost at 800 views. So like if we get another 200 soon, hopefully maybe we can hit like 1K, and then maybe that's when people start catching more of its attention as like I keep writing the episodes and then filming them. And like every episode, as you've probably seen, we're trying to, let's see, we're taking the classic monsters approach on this. We're doing like we have different new characters. We have Jack the Ripper as a werewolf. We got Bloody Mary this time instead of Dracula as the main villain. We've got like a few Salem witches coming up soon, and yeah, yeah,
Wow,
and
so you
then
got yourself a whole cinematic universe, don't you?
that's the whole plan. We're hoping it for it at least to last. Hopefully, the next 4 years. Hopefully.
Yeah, and hopefully you can beat Endgame in the box office. Hopefully, but you don't know. Anything can become the next Endgame. Am I right?
The last pro is supposed to be. Yeah, you're right. But to be fair, the last thing in the series is supposed to be like all the main heroes from every single spin-off and Van Helsing. You know where I'm coming. You know where I'm going with this. We're all gonna team up. Maybe a few of us are gonna die, but in the end, it's the build up to what this series creates.
Well, can't complain there. I'd be down to watch. Hopefully you can get it going. Like I know CSI has that whole thing where you submit things to the CUNY Film Festival. I'd say take advantage of that. That would be good.
I fully plan to take advantage of that. In fact, one of my one of my biggest thoughts was actually like before I'd mentioned I'm hoping to do a musical film. Like what I'm hoping to do is maybe another film version of Jesus Christ Superstar, and then submit that to the CUNY Film Festival.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure you should know, like, go through the copyrights and all the hullabaloo of like jumping hurdles to like be able to show it off, and then you'll be good. Just good to get yourself out there. I'd
Yeah.
be down to watch. Hopefully, just get me a ticket. That's all I say.
Plus, you're probably going to be in some of this. You're already a part of the Van Helsing extended universe just
Well, I
by
do need
being
a
Dr.
ticket still
Jekyll.
to watch myself. I'd rather not watch it at home, like on live stream. Be there in person.
Fair
I'll
enough.
get a tuxedo and everything. Don't worry.
And by the way, I think this year, at, like for like going to do the quote unquote Kelly Productions Awards just as a joke video for like a few of us.
Well, that's great. That's great. But going back to like the film festival, branching out, how would you feel if people were to pick up your content to use for professional, and they like hire people on that, and you would continue this as a job? Like, how would you feel? Would that be like the jackpot and all that, or?
Yes, that would definitely, without a doubt, the jackpot. I would be okay. Like, I'd also have to know what I'm going into first, because like, sure, I want my stuff to go public, but I don't want to end up like, I don't want to end up being, let's see, to all the viewers out there who know Once Upon a Time, I don't want to be like them, where they had that first good couple seasons
Hey,
and then
no
start going
spoilers, no
downhill.
spoilers. I still have to watch it. I know my
I'm not,
cousins.
I'm not going to spoil. I'm just saying they had those good couple seasons. Slippery
I know
Slope
my
was like,
cousins.
it was good then bad, then good then bad, then just very inconsistent.
Yeah, I know my cousin freaked out over that, and boy, was she crazy about the few last seasons. But yeah, this ain't about Once Upon a Time, buddy. This is about yours. Like, sure, like they can take stuff. Like, are you willing to like allow like freedom of like your things being created and all that, like interpretations or stuff like that?
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Van Helsing itself is interpretation of another novel, so like in a way, it would definitely be taking my content, giving their own take on it, and be like, and then be angry about that fact. The fact that I'm doing fan films in my own interpretation, and not only that, like I said, Midnight Warden is basically is a hero inspired by DC and Marvel, where it would be hip. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my wording together. Either way,
Take your time.
it would just be very hypocritical of me if I were to find somebody interpret my work in a different way.
That would seem fair. That would seem fair. Besides, a lot of people would change it up. It's not like just one definition. I think it's
Yeah,
beautiful that people have many different ways they personify the way they work and all that, and the way like stuff is imagined. It's just the beauty of like another way of a filmmaker or writer. Like there's different styles, and it's not all going to be the same. Like
oh yeah, like I said, like I'm saying, you can't stick to this one style. Otherwise, it becomes repetitive. It becomes a one-trick pony essentially.
yeah, it
So
becomes bland as any other like bread. Like you want to get other types of breads. You want baguettes. You want rye. You want
yeah,
everything bagels. I'm not an expert on bread, but you know what I'm saying. The
I
moral
know
of the
what you're
story is to
saying.
get this bread.
But I will say too, though, the trick to it is also being careful with how you interpret it, because like sometimes there's things that work. An example, I know you said we're not spilling tea, but I legit feel like this is a good example. The Mummy, the new one.
Oh no, like I'm talking about like tea for like YouTubers and all that. Like you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about your opinion on films. Go ahead. Like
like The Mummy, for example. It doesn't really work as a movie necessarily because of the approach they took to it. Like they tried to fit so much in it in like one single take, and then there were some other things, like there were some choices that were made off screen, some things that were done behind the scenes, some just general casting choices even. It just didn't really work that well as a movie compared to the original Mummy. And admittedly, I will acknowledge their ambition to try to create this whole dark universe. But and like that was my dream too. But like there's being a series that's like a couple episodes, 10 minutes long, like 10 to 20 minutes long, and then being able to like explain, branch out, and like maybe fix things along the way as well, rather than try to do everything at once in 1 hour. Like, I hope that makes sense.
Well, to my Mummy fans, just tell me about that because I've never really been a Mummy fan. But I just know one thing: it's good to please the fans because too different might upset them. Keep them two the same. You just think they're like that. It's
It,
all about like maintaining your audience, no matter who or what it is, and all about the money at the end of the day. But like then again, what's money worth if it doesn't bring you happiness? I personally believe it's passion that will brings you money, and passion brings you happiness. That's the real sense. Do you
no, I
agree or
agree.
not?
No, I completely agree because I'm not doing Van Helsing for the money. I'm making nothing off of Van Helsing Midnight Warden. I'm spending more money on Van Helsing and Midnight Warden than I'm making on a single paycheck. But I'm doing it because this is my passion. This is what I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm not going to stop doing it, and I'm not going to stop improving on it. Because if I stop improving on it, if I stop doing it, that just shows what it's worth, which is nothing. So if I got to give it worth by continuing to try to improve upon it, and then getting people's attention.
That's perfectly valid. I agree too. And just one last question, and we can wrap it up. Would you take this channel further than just like fan projects? Like, would you do like other things too on it? I know this might sound like different. I don't know if I've said it before, but like, what other ideas do you have to like move on besides like being Kelly Productions, home of Van Helsing, Kelly Productions, home of Game Night? What would you like also want Kelly Productions to be? I know I asked about like what's one thing that you would keep, but like then again, variety is also good.
Yeah.
So like what's like one thing that you would also like to experiment on?
Let's see. So I have also like thought of the fact maybe experimenting on vlogs, maybe like fans of a more personal look into the life of the Kelly clan. That's what I call anybody who's ever been involved with Kelly Productions or the Kelly clan.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like maybe some vlogs. I'm getting a capture card, so hopefully I can do maybe let's plays with a few people. Um, let's see. No, yeah, that's maybe a few like yeah, like vlogs, gameplay, more. Who knows? Who knows? I'll think up more on the way, but that's we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I think that's a great plan. Besides, it's like not just about building a bridge and then like well halfway through it falls down. It's always good to like walk over a small thing, keep rebuilding it and all that because it's all about trial and error as far as I'm concerned. Like it doesn't need to be like perfect right on the spot, but like I respect that plan. After all, it's good to hear about your life and all that. Like who else will like know like who you are besides like Van Helsing or like all that? After all, there has to be a person behind the name.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There. Yeah. If I keep doing all these fan films and all these comedy sketches without like really giving people more of a view into my personal life, then I just become another figure rather than a person. But like I said, there's not too much to it just yet. So I just got to keep expanding. Like, who knows? Maybe at some point, I'll hopefully be showing up at like YouTube con panels or something like that with the cast of Van Helsing, and we'll be doing interviews for that. And then who knows? I've for a very long time, as you know, I do a lot of books, movie, fan films, like ideas for movies, books, and games, but that I can't necessarily get around to. Like, and I do like a whole multiverse thing between the main characters, but who knows? Who knows? Hopefully that can happen one day.
Well, I'll support you behind all the way. In my opinion, I enjoy your videos. They're really fun to listen to. They're not like automatically like the best films of all time, but I would personally enjoy to watch them more. Thank you so much for this interview, Michael Kelly. Hope to see you more around. Definitely. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Of course, subscribe to Kelly Productions for more productions. What's your future plans?
Me?
Yeah, what are we gonna see next on Kelly Productions? Like
All
in
right,
time.
all, all right. I'm going to be quick about it because it's 5 things at the moment. In Helsing episode 3, we're doing 20 God creating 2020, which is another comedy sketch, which is hopefully going to feature Jonathan Colella. The Office from Home, like it's like like it speaks for itself. It's The Office, but it's like coronavirus edition.
Hmm.
And what was the fifth one? What? Oh, and Game Night from Home.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. Say bye.
Next time. Adios.
Ciao.